NBA 2K18 My Career Gameplay, and today we're going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. So what I want you to do is make sure you enjoy the gameplay, and let's get into this video.
The 2K Sports pregame show. Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Minnesota Timberwolves. For the Timberwolves, they struggled in this matchup last season. Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. Andrew Wiggins making strides in his game last season, scoring from all over the floor now. And more importantly, scoring with efficiency. What was the change you saw, Shaq, in his approach?
Well, I like this kid. He's, Ernie, really a quiet assassin. The three-point shot was clicking for him. Much more space to operate with an outside game. This kid can do it all. Oh, Canada, you better stand on guard for you.
Oh, I like that. How come nobody's ever described as a noisy assassin?
Good point, Ernie.
Anyway, back to Andrew Wiggins.
Well, does a good job of drawing fouls as well. Getting to the free throw line.
You know what?
Quietly gets to the free throw line.
You know what we also did? Anytime you get the guy to start the music early, you know you've done your job.
There it is.
So send it to Kevin Harlan.
To another exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. On the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. So for the Thunder, their last game, a win against the Jazz in Utah. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
Yeah, you need that juice, that gas coming off the pine. Always a luxury to have a deep bench. And when they can step in and play well, you're in good shape.
So off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Gibson is the 4 with Towns in the middle. Butler teams with Wiggins as the deadly wing duo. And it's Teague in at the point guard. Patterson with it. Now guarded by Gibson. And here's George for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. George has got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for the Thunder. The one thing about Patrick Patterson out of Kentucky, he is a smart basketball player.
Yeah, he's not the best rebounder or shot blocker, but the advanced stats love him, and he gets the job done at both ends of the floor.
Now, here's Westbrook, right wing. Here's Roberson. No good with the triple. Teague with the ball. Towns sets the pick for Teague. Pass to Towns. And Adams sends it back. And he's able to get it back. And Towns gets it to go. We play just over a minute here in the first. Outside, George. Patterson up top. Oklahoma City moving it around. Passes to George. And here's Westbrook from the arc. That ball's nice speed that time from George. Westbrook's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. T kicks to Towns. Pass to Wiggins. Back to Towns. And Adams sends it back. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
I like how George looks for contact. He kind of seeks it out. He doesn't back away from the hard physical contact. He knows he's going to get a chance to get to the line when he does take the contact.
First free throw is good.
Well, when Paul George announced this summer that he intended to leave for the Lakers when the contract ran out, you knew what was coming. Even as a rental possibility, the suitors lined up, and eventually the price was paid, and now George finds himself in a Thunder uniform.
And George drops them both. And to many, the Thunder came out of nowhere to land George in that trade.
You know, most thought Cleveland or maybe Boston were the front runners for his services, but the Thunder snuck in and made their team a 2-star squad once again. Very interesting to see how far the duo of Westbrook and George can go.
A nice shot by Teague.
Tell you what, you got to give Butler credit. He's good at sensing when his guys are wide open, and he gets the ball to him right away.
Westbrook against Teague. Shoots from 12. And that one comes up a bit short.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And it's Wiggins missing. The Thunder leading by 3. Here's Roberson. And here's George. Over Wiggins. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Boy, George is excellent at getting busy from the in-between spots of the floor. Really fleshing out and balancing out, rounding out his offensive game.
Now here's Towns. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Utah.
And of course, you cannot forget just how dominant his shot blocking was in that game. Just changed the entire complexion of that game.
And there was no effort on behalf of the defense. None. I mean, the shooter has to be upset with himself for missing that shot.
The 18-footer is right on the mark.
Gaining a lot of poise in this area. Towns will make the mid-range jumper if you give it to him now.
Westbrook kicks to Roberson. Dishes it to George. Jacks up a 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. George has got a couple of threes now in the first for Oklahoma City. Outside T. Wiggins outside. Towns a screen on George. Gibson the screen. Here's Butler. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Steven Adams picks one up.
Yeah, you know, that's just simply outstanding focus. Butler's used to getting hit on the way up, expects to be bumped and jostled around, and still muscles his shots in.
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Chang, he's checked in for Towns. Bielitsa comes in for Tosh Gibson. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And Tyus Jones subbed in for T. On the free throw, no good. Hey, Clark, when you think back to your career, what do you miss the most about playing in the National Basketball Association?
Well, you know, for me, Kevin, because my career was cut short due to injury, I missed the opportunity to see how good I could have been on a winning team, on a playoff team. Back in the early 80s, the Pacers were building towards that, and I never got a chance to be part of a playoff team. And the camaraderie you establish in going through the shared misery and joy of competing is something that's special and unique to sports, and you really don't find it in any other venue.
And so here is Oklahoma City after the basket by Minnesota. Here's Grant, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. 5th on the list, the Thunder.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
The free throw drops for Grant.
And, you know, Grant, a second-round pick, has worked hard for his minutes in the NBA. He's an exceptional athlete who plays with a real edge, a bit of a chip on his shoulder.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Muhammad's checked in. He makes 1 of 2 that time. And that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes out of bounds. Thunder retain possession. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Tom Thibodeau. On defense, he said, quote, "We're going to have to neutralize their high flyers. We can't play above the rim against these guys. Whatever it takes, we need to shut down the lane." See if they are able to do that during the game, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks. Here's Crawford. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Kicks it to McDermott. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Cantor sets the pick for Grant. 6 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. Offensive rebound. The shot's good from Cantor. Cantor's got his first bucket of the night.
Boy, I like seeing that toughness on the offensive glass. Did a nice job judging, anticipating where the miss was going, and then putting it back in. Nicely done.
Kicks it out to Jones. Chang, a screen. Now here's Jones. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Moves back up. Misses at the rim. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And their three-point shooting has paved the way for them. Right back after this break. And emerging as a superstar, tremendous growth from DJ. Caught up with ace defender Jimmy Butler about the challenge of trying to contain him.
My team, we're all guarding him as a whole. We're all guarding everybody as a whole. It's 5-man offense, 5-man defense. I feel like he's an incredible player, but I feel like that doesn't intimidate me at all. This is what you dream of growing up. You want to play against the best. You want to guard the best, to tell you the truth. That's what I wanted. That's what I asked for. I feel like now it's here.
Well, a guy like Jimmy Butler, fellas, has always been a player that thinks defense first and lets the offense come across. But the defense against DJ is a tough assignment, no matter who the defender is.
He sure is. I mean, you know, like Butler said, the first step is to not be intimidated. And it sounds like they've got that part down, at least.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Ennis Cantor is out there with McDermott.
Gentlemen,
Then there's Felton. And it's
Two
DJ. And it's Abrinas in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. That free throw, good from Jang.
And, you know, Gorgie Jang is a big man who can play both the 4 and the 5. He doesn't stand out on offense, understated there, but very valuable and solid and consistent. He's a rim protector and a space eater, but also a pretty effective rebounder, too.
And Jang drops them both. And Jang, a solid challenger at the rim with his shot blocking. Clark, he doesn't mind having a secondary role on a team as long as they are winning.
Yeah, you know what? He's really comfortable in his own skin and what his role is. He's got great awareness of how to help his team. Never tries to do too much on the offensive end, and he's really good at playing with any other type of big guy that the Wolves put on the floor.
Outside, Jones floats one. Felton with some nice D. The Thunder leading by 4. DJ kicks to Cantor. Outside, Felton cuts off the pass. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And he jams it with authority.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Harris kicks to Abrinas. He dishes it to Cantor. Out to Harris. Launches it. Harris missing again.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And Muhammad kicks to Crawford. There's the pick. The 3. It's Bielitsa. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Bielitsa's got his first 2 points of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, analytics has taken over the NBA, but Minnesota coach and president of basketball operations, Tom Thibodeau, says it doesn't tell you everything. He said analytics can measure a lot of things, but it's very difficult to measure drive. And magic is in the work. Kevin?
And Tom Thibodeau makes a good point, D.A. Analytics is certainly helpful, but it doesn't capture everything. And Greg, you wouldn't expect it from a Coach Thibodeau team, but defense was an issue for the Timberwolves last year.
And the Wolves brought in Butler to help with offense, but more importantly, his defense. And Butler, familiar with what Tibbs likes to do on both ends of the floor, has the leadership the team needs, particularly on the defensive end.
Just 3 to shoot. Jones. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Harris outside. He feeds it to Felton. He kicks it to Cantor. Over Jang, and it's Cantor again. Cantor's got 6. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. They're getting their first look at the Thunder in this one.
Yeah, and this game kicks off a 4-game season series between the two teams.
2 conference foes, guys, looking to take game 1 tonight. It's very interesting to see who can land the first blow.
Mark, thinking back to all the players you played with, was there one player who you just instantly clicked with on the floor?
Herb Williams was a teammate of mine for 2 years in college at Ohio State and a couple of years with the Indiana Pacers in my pro career. And he's one of the smartest and best teammates that I ever played with. Had a really good understanding and feel for the game, had a terrific motor, excellent touch, really good athlete for a guy that was 6'11", and is a dear friend. So he was probably my favorite teammate. And, you know, when I went to the Pacers, he had been there the year before and really broke me into the NBA in terms of things that needed to happen off the court to help me be the best I could be. So I'm indebted to Herb for his friendship and his mentorship as I made it from college. Well, actually from high school to college and then from college to the pros.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Towns wide open. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. 7 points in the game.
Quick trigger off the catch and shoot. Towns giving the defense no time to react.
Leaps for it, and out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Timberwolves.
And they haven't been able to exploit the three from the corner. Maybe some better ball movement would help open the floor and get that shot into their arsenal.
Now here's Wiggins. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Over George. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on George.
Hey, and you know, when you're the number 1 overall pick, there's some pressure that comes with that stature. And Wiggins had a lot of pressure on him because of that.
Gentlemen,
has responded well, though. And I think
shot.
stardom is in this guy's future. I mean, you look at his overall game and how he's developing, a really good threat on offense, and I think he's got a chance to be all NBA defense at some point.
He throw good, Wiggins. And just thinking about the maturing of Wiggins' game and how he's developed, Clark, he's shown that he can carry an offense as a perimeter player. Few can do that at his age.
Yeah, and he was able to do that in part because he was forced to. When Levine went down last season with an injury, stepped up his scoring, and I think he's only going to get better as he gets older.
And with Andrew Wiggins, you know he can be deadly from mid-range, but he's seen an uptick in scoring, Clark, because he's been focusing on all the little things you need to master as a perimeter wing threat.
Yeah, you're exactly right. He has been focusing on those intangible, those small things that are big things in making a difference in how efficient you are on offense. He's improved his play running the pick and roll every year. He's excellent in transition and off cuts and has really worked on becoming a better finisher off the screen and roll handoff.
Gibson. 2 points. That one goes. Gibson's got the lead. Back up to 3 now for the Timberwolves. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Westbrook. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Towns the screen. Towns a screen on George. Outside Butler. Towns down low. Patterson defending. Towns, no luck. And Robertson has it in the corner. Screen by Adams. Outside Westbrook. Here's Robertson. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Teague. Another miss by Minnesota. George with no one around. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. And that's 12 points for George.
And you know what? In George, I've seen a bit of a maturity come about in terms of him picking his spots in games. And that's evidence of a high basketball IQ and a comfort level with his role as leader on this team.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Thunder lead by 1. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Yeah, and it's been fun to watch, partner, because not only is he shooting a high percentage, a good percentage, he's also carrying the team.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Teague runs the point with Butler at his side. They're at the backcourt. Wiggins at small forward with Gibson at the 4. And it's Towns in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So it's Minnesota now, after Oklahoma City gets the 3. Gibson dishes to Teague. Towns a screen on Westbrook. It's stolen by Adams. From past the arc. Robertson can't hit. Timberwolves trail by 4. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Karl Anthony Towns was voted by GMs last season as the player they most want to build a franchise around. But he is not resting on his laurels. He said, I work hard on my game. I want to be the strongest player, the most intelligent player, and the most skilled player on the court at all times. Kevin?
Thanks, David. That work ethic will definitely help Towns get better. He's already a dynamite player.
And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at him. Show him you can shoot from outside all night long.
From 12 feet out. No good from Gibson. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Westbrook with a wide open look. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Yeah, awesome watching Westbrook drain the 3 ball there. He just needs to focus on being a little more efficient from downtown.
Now, here's Butler. The pass to Wiggins. Towns, the screen. Goes up on the wing, and that one's good. Wiggins.
Hey, it's a simple game. Just take what the defense allows. Wiggins reads it, smooth with the mid-range stroke. Knock it down.
Adams sets the pick for George. Over Wiggins. And no good that time. And Minnesota will come the other way. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Towns, the screen. T kicks to Towns. It's stolen by Adams. From deep. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
And, you know, it hasn't been his night, but his team still leads, so that's encouraging.
Towns sets the pick for T. The feed to Towns. Pocket 6. To the paint. Here's Gibson. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. George passes to Westbrook. Feeds to Robertson. Outside Westbrook. Back to Robertson. Lets the 3 fly. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
He's been terrible. Absolutely awful. I mean, can't get it going. His shot isn't there right now. You got to help him some other way.
Outside T. Outside Butler. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's his first foul. Mark, if you were coaching a team, you had one shot to win a game on the line. Which player in the league would you want?
LeBron James is always on my list. Kyrie Irving is at the top of my list. Damian Lillard is a killer. Isaiah Thomas, the little big man, is phenomenal in those kind of late game situations. But I think I'm going to tip my hat to Kyrie Irving. Uncle Drew is my guy.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Two guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Good on the three-point shot. Muhammad's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
So often you look for Muhammad to create off the dribble. This time, he gets it done with the catch and shoot.
Cantor sets the pick for Harris. Here's Abrinas. And the rejection by Towns. Crawford outside. Muhammad on the wing. Towns the screen. Jones, no one around him. Off target with his three. The Thunder leading by 4. Crawford with the steal. Over Felton. Here's Jang. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Felton. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 6 points a game last season. 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, not bad. But guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Doug McDermott comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Grant in for DJ. And Jang drops them both.
Well, you know what's so impressive about Jang? Improvement in almost every category across the board, but especially hitting free throws.
Now, here's Grant. Now Cantor. Here's Felton. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Can never play a full court.
51 seconds left to play here in the third. And Muhammad kicks to Jones. Towns with it. 7 points in the game. 6 to shoot. Over Cantor. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Abrinas, guarded by Crawford. Nice D from Crawford. For the tie. Good, and as this goes to Towns. Crawford's got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Shot, high post, and released it in time, but it's off the mark. It's a tie game in Oklahoma City. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Now let's hear what Coach Tom Thibodeau was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Keep the ball moving, quick decisions. Get the ball from side to side. Set better screens. Defensively, we got to do a much better job. Let's get on the glass.
Quick tune-up there from Tom Thibodeau. Wants to see improvement in a number of areas.
Yeah, and to me, it comes down to better execution across the board. Each guy needs to hold himself accountable for his part in the bigger scheme.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Thunder, they've got Felton. Grant is out there with Doug McDermott. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Abrinas in at the 2 spot.
And really, at this stage of the game, to get those kinds of offensive rebounds for putbacks, you almost feel like it's a 4-point swing.
Yeah, you really do, because those extra possessions, when they lead to points, that's huge. I mean, he did a nice job there. Never gave up on the play, and you know my motto, Persistence pays dividends.
Now, here's Grant. After the miss from Carl Anthony Towns.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Here's Muhammad, following the score by Oklahoma City. That's it, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Towns.
Nice play inside. The refined footwork really separates Towns from most other young bigs.
Nice shot by McDermott.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
T kicks to Towns. Now the dish to Muhammad. Back to Towns. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Ennis Cantor.
Nice recognition by Towns there. I mean, catches the defender out of position and then sails the foul call.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Oklahoma City.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
The first one falls.
You know, watching Towns play, you always hope to catch him on a night where he's in attack mode, being aggressive. He's, I think, most dangerous when he's aggressive on offense and attacking the basket. At times, he can settle for the perimeter shot a little much, but he's got so much to offer in his offensive game that I just like watching him play, period.
And Towns drops them both. And Clark, to the point about Towns settling for outside shots. Last season, it was something that he self-corrected. After the halfway point of the season, he took less threes and it drastically improved his output.
Well, quite honestly, Kevin, the bulk of his points should come from near the rim, but he does need to take some of those perimeter shots to keep the defense honest and a little off balance. And I think he's really unstoppable, though, when he gets going to the hoop.
Gibson dishes to T. There's the screen. And Gibson kicks to T. The shot by Butler, nobody around. That's good, and so Teague with the assist.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those 3-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
Now here's Westbrook, and there's another one for the Thunder.
Man, you got to admire how easily Westbrook takes over games. I mean, an offensive juggernaut who is tenacious when it comes to scoring.
Adams against Towns. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. The shot, no good. Here's Roberson, defended by Butler. Fires the 3, and it's Westbrook. Good time on the assist by Adams. Westbrook's got the lead up to 7 now for the Thunder. T kicks to Gibson. Pass to Butler. Towns down low. Adams on him. 9 feet out. And Adams sends it back.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Shoot 2.
And he makes the first. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Patterson's checked in. And so Adams nails both of them. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. T kicks to Gibson. They set the screen. Here's Towns. That one's off. Still out of sync.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Yeah, you know what? I think eventually he will find his rhythm because he is off right now, but all it takes is one hoop, and you're back in rhythm.
Now, Towns. Paul George missing from long range.
And you know, in the league where the stretch big is crucial to helping space the floor, Towns has proven invaluable.
Now, here is George. Passes it to Roberson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Timberwolves trail by 6. Outside T. A three-pointer. Wiggins. It's hauled in by Adams. Oklahoma City's gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And George kicks to Adams. Pass to Westbrook. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I'm sure he's frustrated, Greg, because nothing is falling right now. But he's going to keep chipping away at it, and that's the attitude. Stay with it.
Now here's Butler. Just 4 to shoot. Fires from 18. Misses off the left iron.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range. Extended out nicely and definitely bothered the shot.
Here's Adams. Here's George over Wiggins. And it's George missing. Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
You got to play mistake-free.
Again, Wiggins missing. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And they go to the intentional foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Minnesota calls timeout. They trail by 8. We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, this has been rough all the way around. I mean, coming in with high hopes and then just now trying to finish the best they can.
Well, Greg, this one's clearly over. This is done. But hopefully they can find some momentum to carry into the next game.
Present our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Cuts the lead to just 5.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
Dishes to Towns. The kick out to T. And it's off the back rim, no good.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David,
Thanks very much,
take it away.
Paul. What was the area of emphasis coming into the game tonight?
I mean, we knew this is a team that you can't, take for granted. They play hard. So we had to, step it up, execute offensively, and, stop them from scoring.
Definitely the fundamentals, but those are the most important things. Thanks, Paul. Back to you, Kevin.
And that about wraps it up for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kelly. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long, everyone.
Alright, if you enjoyed the video, my name is Jaquavius Leonard Harris. Make sure you leave a like or a comment. And this game, I couldn't really get nothing going for me. As you can see that I was trying to make a 3 and I missed. So yeah, I just gotta work on my attempts that I make as soon as I get the ball. And yeah, that's all I gotta do. I really want to improve. So if I could just improve, it won't be no problems. But I'll catch you guys in the next video.